Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for another edition of Digital Soul Presents. I got a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, finally on. We've been going back and forth about trying to get him on the show. We finally got him on, man, so we can represent his founding group, Official Biz, master bassist, producer, performer, just super talented, dope brother. The rugged is in the house. What it do, my brother?
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's going on with y'all? I'm finally like able to settle down and get on, man. I be acting like I'm busy just so he can think I'm important.
That's what's up, man. Hey, we all important to somebody, you know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. Hey, recently I we did this show with Slapback
hmm
at the Mint, right? So we kept like, saying like we should go on and do some online chatter on social media together about the show and blah blah blah, right? So he kept like giving me the brush off. I'm gonna say that. And he'd be like, no, I ain't brush you off. And then I tease him. I said, because you got an Android phone, so you can't never get on when we
You got an Android phone.
but so I know how it is because he was, he kept getting busy, then I would be busy, and we could never make it happen. So you please forgive me for being all tardy to the party and stuff like that. So I'm just saying that because I know how it is when you're trying to get these interviews right and all that. Because I was the one who was trying to get him to do it. And then like I'm laying grass in my backyard or I'm building a roof or something.
Right,
And
right,
like
right,
this dude, man,
right.
shoot. But
Blame it
yeah,
on the Android.
yeah, it's Android phone. Jared, if you see this, get a new phone.
Yeah.
But man, I'm glad you finally got me on, man. I'm really honored. I mean, I'm on, and I don't even know why, but I'm on, and I'm happy to be on. But I appreciate it.
You're on because man, you got some dope stuff
Thank
out
you,
happening,
thank you.
and you just mentioned the Mint gig. I know that was last month, man, but
Yeah,
we got to brush up on that real quick, man. That
yeah,
gig you guys did with the most fabulous slapback, my
yeah,
Jared
man,
Harris and
yeah,
his
man,
crew, man. They're
yeah,
one of the dopest out there for the last 30, 40 years.
yeah, man.
You guys had the opportunity to open for him, and not only open for him that night, but you guys have played with him several nights before. But
Yeah,
that night was special.
yeah, yeah. That was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah, that night was special. Talk a little bit about your experience preparing for that night with the group, man.
Yeah. A little history on us to let you know where my mindset was. Um, a friend of mine, her she was always like videoing them at different shows at different venues. And the first time I saw him, I was looking at him, I was like, man, these grungy dudes is kind of funky. They was looking funky too. So it sounds like, but they killing. And I'm looking at Gerald like, dang, he do the same thing I do, bass man up front on the vocals. And
Yeah.
so I just started like getting interested in following him. So one year, I think it was the year before COVID kicked in. I met him at uh NAM. I saw him at NAM and I was like, ain't you that guy from that band Slapback? And we chopped it up and he said, man, I got a birthday party around the corner after NAM. Why don't you come over and jam with me? And I was like, all right, cool. So we went over there and, he called me on stage and we had some fun, right? And ever
Cool.
since then, we've been really, really, really tight. But I've been really like studying them because I like where they were going. At the time, I was producing and writing songs, but Official Biz wasn't really on the indie funk scene. We were
Yeah,
covering. It was cash, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And he kind of inspired me to take Official Biz to the left, with this whole indie thing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. And when we did that, I was like, watching him do it, I was like, man, you know what? And Fisher Biz can do some indie funk. I mean, I write it all day. And me and Bunny just started talking about it, and we started writing some stuff, and then we revamped the look of the band, all kinds of stuff, thanks to Jara, being an inspiration. So fast forward a little while, he started like helping us get shows in different venues because he's pretty connected, man. He's a good guy. He
Yeah,
is not a hater. He is not. He pushes people.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
so he got us some shows. He rocked a few of them with us because at the time we didn't have a guitar player. He plays everything.
Yeah,
So at the time we didn't have a guitar player. He would do a lot of shows with us, and that's how we, musically started to bond. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I'll tell you another quick story about him, and I'm gonna get to the thing in a minute. But
Take your time.
yeah, so what's going on is I moved to Corona, right? And he was like, I live in Corona. I was like, oh wow. So he said, I'm gonna help you move. Now this is post cancer, right? Like I mean, he going through treatment still and all that. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, you can't help me move. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? And when I say he was the only one showed up to help me move and helped me move a house full of furniture, I mean, that's crazy, huh? I mean,
Yeah,
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 man. I mean, fresh from treatments and all that. That's what kind of heart he got. So,
yeah,
I tell that story to people because I'm proud of that story and
yeah.
proud of that guy. And he really helped the band get where we're at right now. And he's really been a guy that push and motivate you. And him coming to help me move refrigerators and mattresses and stuff, it was really an inspiration. So you know, that's what I was thinking when we were preparing to do the show, like how much of a motivation he is to me. And
No.
we we just knew we were, I mean, it's never really competition, but it is competition, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's friendly
Yeah,
competition.
it's friendly. It's a sparring match, it's a sparring match.
I
And
know what
so
it is.
yeah, man. So, that's what I was telling the band. I said, on that night, I'm going to be a general. You know what I mean? On
Yeah.
that night, I'm going to be a complete a-hole because I, I don't want that to happen. You know what I mean? I want people to remember, what we all did. I want it to be a good show. And he like came to a rehearsal one night. You probably saw the video on social media.
Mhm.
Popped up at a rehearsal. He was supposed to come by and just do that content we kept trying to do, but that happened to be a night we was rehearsing. So he came through and he got some footage of us rehearsing and stuff. It was comedy, man. It was gold. But he came and we had a talk and all that. He heard me giving the band a pep talk, and he's standing right there. And I'm saying, I don't want that guy to kick my ass. You know what I mean? So,
Right. Right.
but yeah, that was my whole mindset of going in that yeah, it's a sparring match, but at the same time, it's a show for the people, and
Naturally. Yeah.
that's what he's about, and that's what I'm about, and we were both focused on giving people what they wanted. That's unadulterated indie funk and R&B and rock and all the stuff that we bring to the table. That's what we were focused on,
Yeah.
and he told me something that made me really, really smile. He was like, the reason because it was their night, it's their vinyl release night, you know
Mhm.
and he said, the reason you guys are on this show because you guys are doing you. You're not out here just doing all these covers and trying to get paid and all that stuff. He said, you guys are doing indie funk and R&B, and that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I'm all about. And that's why they chose us to be on the show. No knock to all our other, friends that are in bands and all that, but everybody's getting their money. We out here doing this indie thing. And
Yeah. No doubt.
that's what it's about. That's what my whole mindset was, giving the people a show, and it was a chance for us to be us. I mean, we did a couple of covers and all that, but yeah, we did the thing out there, and my mindset was indie funk, give it to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The good thing about the guys have said, like you said, you do just a handful of covers mixed in there. You
Yeah.
guys make the covers yours.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys make the covers yours. So it takes a while to even catch like what are they doing? Like, oh, I know
Yeah.
what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
what I do dig about official biz, when you
Right.
guys do
Right.
take on the covers are like, okay, they did a little something something to this one.
Yeah, 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 exactly. We
Yeah,
touch we touch the covers. When it comes to official biz, we're about that funk and that soul and that R&B. And when we pick covers to do, we try to make them ours, but what we also do is try to pick the covers that represent us, that we're closely, related to. You know,
absolutely.
a
Yeah,
lot of people just run in there and just do a bunch of hits and covers and stuff. Sometimes we'll do B-sides and all that stuff that people ain't familiar with. So some people think they're ours, but it just be songs that weren't like chart toppers.
yeah,
And you got to not be scared to do that. You can't be afraid of doing songs that people really ain't familiar with, because your originals people ain't really familiar with. But if you do them enough in the right spots, next thing you know, they singing along with them.
yeah, yeah,
So that's the thing of that.
yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
Mhm.
One thing that's good about that show, man, you know it's a good show
Hmm.
when people are talking about it weeks after.
Yeah.
So it and that was my experience with the Slapback official biz show at the Mint,
Right,
man. It was like
right, right.
2 weeks later and people were still like, man, that show on Thursday night. Remember that? And it was like, oh yeah, yeah, that was dope, huh? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, Andre Simone was there. Yeah, this person
yeah,
was there. Morris Mills was there. This person was there.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
yeah, I know. I was there. I was there.
We were all in there, man.
Yeah, we
I
were
tripped
all
out.
there.
I tripped out when I saw Craig Robinson pop in. I'm looking like, wow, he's
Yeah,
here. That's
yeah,
crazy, man. Yeah, I know he had performed there a while back. So yeah, that was kind of cool to see Andre Simone and Craig Robinson, Morris Mills, and it was cool. The LA Maggots, yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was crazy.
representing.
Yeah, yeah, they were there, man. The people
Yeah,
in the house. So, I was really like honored to be there in such a historic venue around like other musicians that have really paved ways and did their thing, and family like you. We
yeah,
were there.
absolutely.
That's a trip of how we've been in Minneapolis. Then we went to the Vibrato, and we keep running into each other and stuff. And I was like, man, JB everywhere.
Everywhere you are, we are. I'm there.
Yeah.
You there? Hey, as they say, follow the funk.
Yeah, yeah. Heck yeah, man. You doing the thing. I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't
Yeah,
mad.
man. Hey, man. It's my heartbeat.
Right,
And I
right.
know you can agree with that.
Oh yeah.
It's what drives us and keeps us happy, makes us
Yep.
walk, makes us run, makes us breathe.
Yeah.
It's our
Yeah.
lively. It's our life.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'm with
So
it.
tell me a little bit about the band. As far as the members, who's in the band, and then what instruments do they play as well.
Well, Bunny, my right hand, you know what I mean? Me and Bunny been doing this official biz thing since 2008, I believe. Yeah, since
Cool.
2008. She been kind of in and out a little taste. She left for a year or two, came back, left for an interview. You know how siblings are. We fight. But yeah, nah, Bunny's been with me for a while. She plays keys and vocals, does a lot of the songwriting in the band. That's my production partner. Me and her have done more production with different people. Like we produced a remix for Brown Mark. Yeah, called Stressing Me Out.
Okay.
That was a while ago. Yeah, so we produced that. Actually, we got that shot because we had dropped Bunny's single, Your Time.
Yeah.
We had dropped that single, and right when we dropped it, Brown Mark was in our inbox on social media, like, "Hey, we got to talk," and he wanted
Nice.
us to like produce some stuff for Maserati at the time, and because he was resurrecting that, so
Yeah.
then, but we ended up doing the remix for them, and that was cool. And can I give you a little story on Bunny since we got a little time?
Knock
So,
yourself out. Knock
all
yourself
right, so this thing with Bunny, which led to some other stuff. I did we were playing a show at this place called Rapport in Rancho Cucamonga. It was back
out.
in 2000, I would say, I want to say 13, something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
13. So we was doing a show. Now, anybody that knows me personally knows I'm a big mark for Jesse Johnson. Everybody knows that. So we doing a show and he walks through the door, right? When I say I froze, stop playing. You know what I mean? We had the singer in the band at the time. He had to elbow me, like, man, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Man, you know who that is? And so anyway, so I ran off stage after the set, Mr. Johnson, blah, blah, blah. I'm fanboying,
Yeah,
big time.
of
And so,
course.
yeah, man. So Bunny walks up. I said, Bunny, this is Jesse Johnson. She's like, who? I'm like, oh boy. I said, the song Jungle Love, cut him, Jesse. She was like, oh, snap. And she realized it too. But anyway, we get up there, we jam. I get to jam with my childhood idol. I mean, I could have stopped doing music right then. I was, big time, like
Yeah,
starstruck.
mission
Yeah.
accomplished.
Oh, yeah, done. Thank you. Good night. Hey, what's funny is we was on stage and Bobby Rossavila and his brother Izzy got on stage. They jammed with us, right?
Wow.
So I'm
Wow.
playing bass, and I'm just like I said, I'm still starstruck. And this dude tapped me. I'm sure, hey man, let me play bass. Let me play bass. And I'm like, who in the hell want to play bass while I'm living my dream?
Yeah.
I turn around, it's Raphael Sadiq. I'm like, well,
Well,
here
here
you
you
go,
go.
bro. Oh yeah, man. I moved to keys, so
Right,
I'm
right.
like, all right, cool. But yeah, so that night he gave me his number and all that. So that was 2013. right?
Mhm.
Fast forward to about 2019, I want to say, something like that. No, wait, it was the very first Prince celebration with Jesse headlined at Paisley Park. You remember that?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, I hadn't talked to Jesse at all since that night.
Mhm.
So when I saw he was headlining, I just shot him a text and just said, "Hey, congratulations on the headline. If anybody's supposed to be there headlining, is you."
Right.
So he was like, "Cool." By that time, we had already done the Brown Mark thing and all that stuff. And so then he called me the next day. Jesse called me the next day. And I'm looking at my phone like, wow, he's calling. You know what I'm saying? Telling you, a big fanboy. So he hit me up and he's like, yeah, I saw your text, man. I was about to go on stage when you called and blah, blah, blah. But he's talking to me like we've been talking the whole time. And I'm like, dude, I ain't talked to you since that night. And so he asked me, did I know a keyboard player? And I told him I got two in my band. And he chose Bunny, right? And so Bunny ended up doing a little tour with him out in Japan after that, right? Yeah. So she went, did some shows with him and stuff, and that was cool. And on the way back, she hooked up with this guy, what is his name? Neil, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
Neil. He's the one that booked Jesse over there. And then Jesse's manager, Plaid. You know Plaid,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, Plaid. He knew some people too. So he hooked Jesse up with this guy named Chris Arnell, who was working at Real Music Radio, right? And so then after she got introduced to him, then that's how we met Jeff Lunar. That's where we
Okay.
met him. And so Jeff was managing Jelly Bean, right? I'm telling you, it's like six
Just a
degrees
domino
separation.
effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so then we ended up producing some stuff for Jelly, Renaissance and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then through Jeff, who also got us the gig producing Sananda Matria, which is Terrence Trent D'Arby now. So
Right.
yeah, well, he's Sananda now. So we produced that too. So, that whole Minneapolis thing kind of dominoed for us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And Bunny's been my production partner for a while now, and we've been releasing albums and product and all that kind of stuff. And that's Bunny's story. So I had to give you all that just to give you Bunny's story. All right. So now you know.
Yeah.
Me and the goddess Diana on keys and vocals. She's a great vocalist. Like her vocals are something special, and she funky, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, she's been around for like almost 3.5 years now. We've known each other for a lot longer. We just could never make it work. She was playing in other bands and I already had keyboard player and all that. So we just never made it work
Okay.
until about 3 years ago. So yeah, Diana, she's been with us for about 3.5 years. I think it'll be 4 years in October. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Hervey on drums. That's been 6 years, I believe. I want to say
Okay.
6 years. Yeah, we had like another guitar player and another keyboard player that he was playing with. And so when we lost our drummer, they recommended him. And they all three came in, joined Official Biz for a minute. Then the guitar player and keyboard player quit, and Mr. Hervey stayed.
Okay.
so that's how he's been in for a while. And then we got Coyote, Cody Brayer. I've been knowing him for a while too, since like 2014. But he was always doing his thing. And last year we just had a conversation that said, "Hey, man, this could be the home team. You can still go do what you do, because
Yeah.
musicians got to make money, right?"
Yeah.
But in this situation, this is about original music. So we're not gonna be about to be out there doing a bunch of cover gigs and all that. We do it to stay sharp, stay tuned up, stay in shape, and to get our music out there, right?
Right. Right.
But that's how he got in. We've known each other for a while, and then we ended up doing a cover gig together. Somebody called me that called him, and that's when we had a conversation last year. And next thing you know, he's wearing an Obiz jersey. So yeah, so that's the band right there, man. That's how we all came together. Bunny being around the longest, and everybody else is real solid. And you know how it is with bands. Musicians, if you don't get them paid, they'll find things to do, right? Um,
Mhm.
but the cool thing about our band is the members really just don't do that.
Yeah.
We rehearse every week, sometimes twice a week. You know what I mean? It's a band, like
Yeah.
a real
Yeah.
one. We don't just get together and run over songs. There's no shows and we rehearsing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Old school. You know what I'm saying? So
Just
that's the
guys
thing
just
I love
keeping it
about it.
tight.
Yeah, we stay tight with it, we stay ready. And that's why we were ready for the Mint. We were really ready for that, and we were ready for any other shows because stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You know how it go.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. If
Yeah. All right.
when you guys do decide to jump into a couple of covers, what are your favorite covers to do?
I'll be honest about that. It's like if it ain't funky, it ain't me. You know what I mean? It's like, but since we did so much purple stuff, right? People started like, I don't want to say it's a bad thing lumping us in with that, but it was like we're a lot more than that. But we
Yeah,
did like the show out at MMC, and then we played Fine Line in a year before that, and you know, I love playing the purple stuff, but we're so much more than that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? No knock to his Royal Badness. I hope people don't see
yeah,
this and start like DMing me, but yeah, if we do the covers, we try to do things that relate to us, and it's the same language. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean, because in the band, Bunny, she really likes smooth jazz. She's classically trained.
yeah, yeah,
Diana comes from a jazz and gospel background. Chuck is a church drummer. Coyote is a rock guy. You know what I mean? So when we do covers, we try to get something that's in that gumbo. You feel me? So it's
yeah,
taste for
yeah,
everybody. And so that's the way we pick our covers and stuff. Or we'll pick something that just ain't funky and make it funky.
yeah.
We cover Mariah Carey. Like you don't really hear bands covering Mariah, but we cover it because we can handle them vocals. But Bunny does what she does with it, and we do what we do. So
Yeah,
that's our thing. The challenge is the thing. Yeah, that's the
yeah.
thing.
I
So it's
see.
not it's not really about like, oh, we better not do this one or this one. It's like, oh, this is if we think it's the one we shouldn't do, that's the first one we do. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, what do you say as far as the collaborative efforts between the group? What do you say is the most? I know you said you and Bunny are probably the most prominent, but what do you say is the secret to you guys finally picking, the final draft or the final cut or the final master?
Well, in that perspective, I'm always the core. I always start things. You know what I mean? And I'll reach out to Bunny if there's certain things I need. I'll reach out to Diana for certain things. Uh Cody and Chuck, they just chime in with a lot of flavor. Um, but it all depends on the start of the song. Sometimes I'll do a song and I'll reach out to Diana because she has a flavor that I need on key,
Yeah,
right? So it's like building blocks. If I think of it, then I say, oh, this would be cool there. And Bunny's flavor would be cool here. And I just take everything around me and put it together. So it's more about, a start to finish type thing. It's what I'm feeling after I start a groove. It's like I know where to go next, and I got the squad to pull it off.
yeah, yeah. How long have you been playing bass, man? What was like the first time you ever picked up a bass?
Oh wow, dude. Um. Oh wow. About 11. Yeah, about 11. It was weird because my brother, he was a drummer. He had bands in the house all the time. My family is kind of musically inclined like that. My mom, my
Okay,
brother. Yeah, so they was rehearsing stuff. I wanted to play basketball. I wasn't even
yeah,
in. One day they was having rehearsal. I'm watching the bass player. He going in. They're playing slide, right?
Hmm.
I'm watching it. So they take a lunch break, and I just kept staring at the bass, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I can do that, you know. So I picked it up and started playing it. Get off that bass. What are you doing touching that? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
but my brother's like, wait a minute. You were playing that? I said, yeah, it's easy. So I think it was kind of innate because my dad was a blues guitarist.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so it probably was there, but
yeah,
I had no interest. But I just kept looking at his fingers and all that stuff in the
yeah,
slide, and I was like, I could do that. So I just picked it up when
yeah.
they were looking. So
So
yeah, that was
you basically mirrored what you saw,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. I absorbed it, and I was like, okay, I can do this. And then my mom was like, really? So next thing here comes a bass guitar and an amp for Christmas. So
There you
you
go.
gotta play bass. That's what you're gonna do. And I was like, okay, let's go. So it kind of worked out because with the history of that, my mom she owned nightclubs down south, right? And my
Yeah.
dad was the musician that she booked, right? So here I am. Your mom owned the club, your dad played in the club. So
And
yeah,
you're the product of that,
product of that. Yeah. I was born to do this, you know. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. There it
Yeah,
is.
no doubt. But any other instruments as well, in addition to the bass? I know you do programming and things like
Yeah. Well, I play a little drums, you know, enough to
yeah,
write. You know what I mean? Keys, same thing. I I'm proficient enough to write. I've only done a couple of gigs as a keyboard player, you know, and I'm like, I'd never do that again. A,
yeah,
a little bit of rhythm guitar, you know.
yeah.
I mean, my fingers just don't work that way. But yeah, I touch everything that you can use to write. Oh, and maybe a little clarinet and saxophone.
Okay,
Because
that's what's up.
actually in school, that was those are the first two instruments I touched.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But other than that, yeah, I play enough to like come up with some compositions. Not enough to really just gig like that.
Yeah, yeah. I came across something pretty interesting, track called Funk Slap. Tell me a little bit about that track.
Oh,
You forgot about that one,
oh, that's with the homeboy. Yeah. He had
huh?
called me one day and he wanted me to do a feature thing on it. And I was
Yeah.
like, I wasn't interested because I'd be like shying away from doing features, you know. And I'm serious. I just don't do them. And he hit me up about it, and then he sent me the instrumental. I really liked it, and yeah, it was cool. It was cool. So yeah, yeah, that was a friend of mine. He did his thing with the track, and so he sent it to me. I played some synth bass on it and some live bass. Took a little solo, and then ran it back to him, and he loved it. And I think we're gonna do another one. He's supposed to send me another track. So yeah, I'm real honored, man. He was real cool for letting me get on that. That was cool.
Yeah, dope track, man. I came across that not too long ago. I was like, man, I gotta ask him about that one,
Yeah, yeah, that was
man.
cool. That was cool.
Yeah. And you also had a EP that you put out a few years back called Independence, Independence EP. Talk a little bit about putting that project together.
Oh, okay. Man, I didn't know you was gonna do homework. I just see you, my boy, so I'm thinking, no, we just gonna converse and laugh. Anyway,
We
uh,
laughing, we laughing.
all right. So yeah, Independence that came about because uh we were doing solo projects. Bunny, we was working on Bunny's project. And we had this guy named Doc Spank in the band at the time.
Okay.
He'd been with me for a while, right beforehand. He got in the band like in 2012. Yeah. So he had been with me for a while. And we had done a bunch of stuff together. And I said, you know what? Collectively, we could take our songs that we're doing separately and compile them, you know, and let's do a nice EP. So, you know, took like songs from each one of us and put it on there, and it worked out. We called it Independence for two reasons. One, we launched it July 4th that year, right? And the other one is like indie music. Feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know, we're just doing it ourselves, you know, DY, you know, just doing it ourselves. So it's like that's what was up with that album. It was because you noticed the song, what was that song? Elevation.
Okay.
Yeah, Bunny song. That was also on her album too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's how that album came about because we were a band collectively then, and but we all had these projects we were working on. So that's just you know compile them and put out a good project. And that's how it came about.
Cool, cool, cool. So when's the next one? When we gonna get another project coming up?
Fire,
Well,
firework.
you guys have been dropping mad singles, I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but as far as like a EP or a feature, full length album, we got anything in the works?
Yeah. Couple months.
That's what's
Indie,
up, man.
yeah, Indie 2 is going to happen.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Independence 2 is going to happen. So we've been recording. That's why I don't know if you even noticed, but we don't gig a lot. You know, we'll do like a gig a month, two gigs at the most, because we're recording.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we're writing and recording and rehearsing and working on originals. So that's what we've been doing, you know, over the past
yeah.
couple of years is like putting songs together. So yeah, collectively you'll see something in July.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You guys have been dropping a lot of singles, like over the
Yeah.
course of last couple of years, and a
Mhm.
handful of great singles too. And one
Thank
of
you.
them
Thank you.
that I love is called "I Love,"
Oh yeah,
what you
yeah,
did late
yeah.
last year. Talk a
Yeah,
little bit about putting that song together, and then you guys had a video that you guys did, including all of the fans and the
yeah,
friends of the band and so forth. That which was a really cool project. Talk a little bit
yeah.
about that conceptual song and project.
Well, I love I mean, you a producer, you going through sounds, drums, and messing around with stuff. So I'm messing around in a Kai. I'm a big Kai MPC guy, So I'm messing around in that and caught a couple of chords, and Bunny's mind was blown. Like, you came up with chords? So yeah, so we collected, really put that together and stuff. Actually, 2 years before it was released, we did that song a while ago. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, we did that song. It may have been, I want to say 4 years before it was released. Yeah. We
okay.
did it a while ago. It was a song that we had looked at putting on Jelly Bean's album. That's how long ago it was.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then, he didn't think it would be something for him. So we was just like, okay, let's just drop it ourselves. So we had kept planning release it ourselves, and we just never got around to it. And so then when it was time to talk about the Fisher Biz album, it was like, okay, that's one. That's gonna be part of the breadcrumbs we lead up to the Fisher Biz album. And it came out what, February, I think. Yeah, February. And the whole I love thing and Valentine's Day and all that. So that's how we dropped that. But it was really just me and Bunny that cut it, right?
Okay.
We went back into the studio and we all got on it. So what you hearing is Mr. Hervey, live guitar, live bass, all that.
Okay.
Yeah, we went back and we cut it live. So that's
Uh,
the single that's out now.
nice. And then the video, whose idea was for the video concept?
Anything you see on videos, Bunny. She's directing them. She's writing the treatments. That's all Bunny.
Go ahead, Bunny, man.
All Bunny. She does
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, she does all that. She did. I don't know if you heard of it or seen it. We did a song during the whole, I think it was 2020, during the whole George Floyd thing. Is a song called Red, Black, and Blue. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was all Bunny, directed, edited, done treatment, all that. Yeah,
Nice.
shot it, all that. So that's another thing that she has going for her, is that she can see conceptually what we need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
she did that. So yeah, it was Bunny. She did that, and it was her idea to get our people involved. I don't like calling people fans. That's weird. It's
Yeah.
more like family to me. So if
Yeah.
they're supporting me, that's family. You know what I mean? So she thought of that to get everybody involved in the lyric video and get family involved, and that was cool. I
Yeah.
liked it. I liked it. She did that with Your Time too. Yeah, yeah. She shot a lyric video and got the fans involved, the family involved, and it
Yeah.
was kind of cool too. So yeah, look that one up. Bunny got quite a few videos. I mean, I'm hardly in the videos. Bunny got quite a few. I mean, if you go back, just dig up. She's got videos for quite a few singles that she's put
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She does that. So yeah, that's Bunny's other talent. She has so many, but that's one of the things she does.
For sure, man.
Mhm,
Absolutely.
mhm,
And you
mhm.
guys got a track that's going to be coming out soon, track called "It's a Vibe," man. Talk a little about that track forthcoming.
You know what's funny about that? We started playing it live
Yeah.
and it wasn't even finished. I mean, people hear like snippets of it when we do promotion stuff for like shows and stuff, but we just started doing it live because we learned it, right? And
Yeah.
it started coming into the rehearsals, and since we got it tight, I said, let's just put it in the sets. It's not even out, not available, but let's try that route and get people familiar with it. And
Mhm.
we've been doing it, and so, and as we speak, I'm mixing it. That's what I'm here doing now. As we speak, I'm mixing it, and it's probably gonna be a little different from the performance version, but yeah, that's gonna be coming really soon. Like, and I'm gonna be finished with the mastering and the mixing and all that in a couple days, and we're just gonna drop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, like I said, we'll drop it for this month, and then the whole album next month.
Yeah, see how would we know that? See, if I hadn't asked, you hadn't told us, we would never know the difference. So it's always
Yeah.
good to get the backstory, you know?
Yeah, it's always good. That was a good question, man. Like, you know, 'cause of me, I always tell the band, like, why are we performing this song? You know what I mean? There's no reason to be performing it. And people are taking to it, and people are
Yeah,
asking about it and stuff. So that's always a good way to test the water.
yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? See if people are feeling what you're doing, or are you spinning your wheels, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we do the song and we get a lot of props on it. It was a trip. I'll tell you one thing about that song. We played it at Yamava Casino, and it's a casino, so you're supposed to be doing top 40s and all that.
yeah.
And we played that song, and management hit us up like we was worried about it. It's like, we love the fact that you guys are doing your originals here. We might try to set up a situation where you can showcase more. And it was kind of interesting that
Nice.
we pushed a casino to say we want to hear more.
Yeah,
And they saw, all they knew is we said over the mic that it's an original, and they saw people dancing. You see
yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it was the double whammy. So we got
yeah,
them. So
yeah.
we tested the water and it floats.
Yeah, it worked in your favor, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. David Bowie once said, "If you're not afraid, you're not learning." You know, the only way to learn how to swim is if you jump in. So that's what we do
that's
with
it.
these songs. We just do them. You know?
Yeah, that's it. Walk on faith, man. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Who would you say is some of your favorite bass players? If you had to pick maybe or narrow down maybe five bass players that you
That's like
really
Mount.
really like or dig, you know?
That's like Mount Rushmore with an extra head, right?
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. I know it's a
So,
hard question, but I know I
yeah.
always gotta ask, my guests, who are some of their favorite people that they're influenced by.
Okay. Some of them are well known, some of them aren't. But there's this guy. He does a hell of a Rick James tribute impersonation thing. I don't know. His name is Randall Bostic.
Randall, okay, yeah, I know
You know
Randall.
Randall? You know him?
Absolutely,
I've been
absolutely.
knowing that dude since I was 10.
Okay,
And
yeah,
yeah, and he was the bass player I saw that I'm talking
okay,
about. That I saw
okay,
playing slide. It was
okay,
him. Yeah, it was him. And yeah, he showed me a lot, a lot,
okay.
a lot. Like in the beginning, you know. So I got to put him up there. It's a trip that he's doing the Rick James thing because he's singing
Yeah,
and
yeah.
playing and all that. But yeah, back then he was like one of the raw bass players I'd ever seen. And
Very
even coming
cool.
up, getting older, just watching him just get better. He was incredible. Yeah, so I put him on that Mount Rushmore. He's a
Okay.
serious bassist. A lot of people don't see it because he's doing a Rick James thing,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but on bass, yeah, he's no joke. Uh,
Okay.
let me see. Brown Mark, of course. I mean, as a teen, he was the unsung idol. I mean, he to me live, he was the man in the revolution. Like all of Prince's bands, all of them. No,
Yeah,
not any other ones, but Brown Mark, he had such a style that it was so aggressive and raw
yeah.
that it is like it's nothing I've ever heard. And yeah, I've had a lot of stuff after him.
Okay.
And then of course Graham. That's the
Yeah,
grandfather. Yeah, the great grandfather of this whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's the one. Um, I would say Stanley, of course.
Okay.
Hey, so while I'm on that, well, wait, I go on my list, then I got a Stanley story.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Stanley Clark, definitely. So let me see. And let me see who else. Terry Lewis.
Okay.
Terry Lewis. His style was so cool, for real. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah. And that's where I wanted to be at. Yeah. That when I saw the time live, and I can hear him for a change. On the records, we know who that was, but
yeah,
to hear him live, I was like, this dude is solid, and he represented that pocket that I like to do. You know,
yeah.
that would definitely be my Mount Rushmore. Definitely.
Okay. That's what's up, man. What do you
Yeah.
say? What would you say is your favorite artist as far as musically, like the person that you really didn't miss an album or you probably played quite a bit, and it can be more than one.
Okay. Let me see. Artists.
Yeah, group artists.
Of course. Okay. All right. Well, group, the time. That
Yeah,
was my, yeah. I always wanted to do that.
even still now.
Yeah, yeah. Still now. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Right now, man. Um,
yeah.
let me see. Cameo, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's the meat and potatoes of funk right there.
Cameo,
Yeah, yeah.
cameo, late 70s, early 80s, or when they pared down to the three man,
Oh yeah, the full band.
the
I
full,
mean,
yeah,
I'm with when they went down to the triple, but when
yeah,
they were a band, oh
yeah,
boy,
cameoses and all that.
Cameosis, Nights at the Sound
Yeah,
Table. You know
feel
what I
me.
mean?
Yeah,
Ah, Freaky Dancing.
Freaky
Uh,
dancing. Yeah,
man, Your Love Takes Me Out. Oh my God.
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, Cameo is one of my favorite bands. Let me see, as far as artists to do it. Of course, the greatest rock star of all time is Prince. You know, I'm probably finna get some bad DMs behind this one, but they call him a musical genius and all that. To me, his genius was more in his decision making. Like he knew how to market himself,
Yeah,
and it's like his music was a soundtrack to his personality.
yeah,
Because from album one, you got rock, soul, pop. And from album one, you
yeah,
know, so it's like he's never changed. He never strayed. In to me, he's like my favorite artist, like one of my favorite artists because he finished the way he started, and that
yeah,
was being himself.
yeah,
Like this, I'm telling you, man, this interview might get you in trouble too, because I might say some things. But like when I see guys, there's a difference between Prince impersonators and then Prince imitators.
yeah,
You feel me?
yeah,
It's like impersonators, hey, get your money. I ain't mad. It's a tribute, right? But it's the imitators I got a problem with
yeah,
because Prince represented originality. Yes, he had his influences from back in the day, the Little
yeah,
Richard, James Browns, and all that. But he represented originality. So when I see these dudes doing all this fake kind of, purple stuff, and I'd be like, really, dude? So you're gonna spend your whole life trying to be somebody else?
yeah. I can understand that. I
Yeah,
can,
you feel me? So
yeah,
you
I can
so
understand
you the dude playing the dude that's another dude, or you know what I'm saying?
that.
Yeah. So
The dude
I
playing the dude playing the
and I'm not feeling
Yeah,
that. So
yeah, I
but
feel that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I can't get into it. But far as like favorite of all time, honestly, when Be Your Man came out, I hopped off the purple train and right onto the pink train. Seriously. I mean, Jesse is the man. I'll say that openly.
yeah,
He's like he was so funky.
yeah.
You know what I mean? He was just
Hey,
so
man, I know I was right there with you, man. I
man.
was right there with
You
you.
know what I'm saying?
Didn't
I'm
miss an
telling you, I
album, man.
didn't miss an album.
Yeah,
12-inch singles. I bought all the vinyl,
yeah,
all that. Only thing I didn't do was wear the pink. I just couldn't do it. But
yeah, right.
but,
We let
but
him do that,
yeah,
right?
he can handle that, but is yeah, I big time Jesse. He's like far as artist, number one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he was the man. I'll tell you the thrill. I don't and remember, I'm gonna tell you that Stanley story in a minute. But
Okay.
Jesse, the big thrill for me, like I said, when I got to jam with him those years ago, but even bigger than that, as I got to go to rehearsal and when Bunny was getting ready to go to tour. So I'm sitting like right here watching them rehearse. And it was just
Yeah.
me. Right. So man, when I say I was in concert, just a fan watching my idol do his thing, sitting right in front of me,
Yeah.
I, man, it was amazing to watch this dude play.
Yeah, man. Can't
He
make
is,
that up, huh?
and you can't make it up. And the chords and the solos and all
Yeah.
that, he's way deeper than the solos.
Yeah. He makes it look easy, man. He makes it look real
Effortless,
easy. Yeah.
effortless, man. And it was so bad they was doing that song Addiction. Remember that one?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. From
Funky in it.
Psychedelica. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's doing a song, right? And he's trying to get his lyrics together and all that. Dude, I know every word, every breath, all that. It was so bad. He's stop. Hold on. Dwayne, I'm gonna need you to stop singing, man. You throwing me off. Oh, it's
You're
so
throwing them
comedy.
off, huh?
Yeah, it was so comedy, man. I said I'm gonna go outside so y'all can get on there because I'm a fan. I ain't gonna stop singing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now that dude is something special to me. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Jesse is the truth, man. And the fact that my girl Bunny got a chance to go overseas, tour with him, even at one of the rehearsals when their bass player didn't show up for the first rehearsal, I got to sit in. And
Nice,
because he
nice.
was like, "You got your bass with you, man. Our bass player can't make it. Can you play the rehearsal?" I'm like, "Can I play the rehearsal?" You know what I mean? So when Bunny was getting ready for that show, is this might get me in trouble, but when Bunny was getting ready for that show, we trained like athletes. You got to play it like this, you got to do it this way,
Yeah,
right? So I was like pushing her and stuff. So when it came to the rehearsal, I'm not supposed to have heard that stuff,
yeah,
the arrangements and the right.
yeah.
So I had to like mess up on purpose. Like, how does it go? Are you sure? That kind of stuff. So yeah, it was comedy, man. It was comedy, but it worked out. And he's such a cool guy. So it
Yeah,
worked out. And yeah, Jesse's my number one. If I could say that, as far as like production and songwriting and funk, yeah, he's the guy.
yeah, absolutely, man. He never disappoints, never.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Before you ask me the next question, you want me to hit you with that story real quick
Yeah,
so you can
Stanley
have.
Clark. Let's do it.
All right, check it out. So this was a long time ago. I think I was 18, right? There was this club in the Inland Empire called Monopolies, right?
Okay,
So the Clark Duke project came. So it was Stanley Clark, George Duke, and Dennis Chambers on drums.
okay.
We went and stuff, and Stanley was in one of his moods. So he's soloing. He hops off stage. He's walking through the crowd, and he sees. I don't know if this name is familiar to you. His name is Mitchell McDowell, General Kane, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So he walks up to Mitch, rips these crazy licks, takes his bass off and hands it to him. Mitch is like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. You don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's Stanley. You don't want none of that. You
Yeah.
know." So Stanley laughs, put his bass back on. He finished walking to the crowd. So he hops back on stage. George is like, "Yeah, we want some musicians to come up here and jam." And so everybody, "You should go, you should go." I'm like, "I don't want none of that, homie. You know,
Yeah, that whole
I'm good. I'm good." So this one bass player went up there, and I don't even know if that dude is still living after what Stanley did to him. It was bad. You just saw blood splatter everywhere. I was like, God,
Damn.
the dude got up there trying to compete, and I'm like, oh, you're not gonna make it. You know what I mean? You're not gonna
Damn.
make it. So he didn't, right? Next, who's next? My brother is there. He's pushed me, go. So I said, "Bunk it. You only live once, right?" So I go up there and I'm thinking. Now remember, Stanley and Dennis and Joyce, they're funky, but these are jazz guys,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So first thing I do is hit an open E. They're in E flat. So I'm like, oh boy. So I cover my bass up real quick. I'm like, oh damn, that was bad, right? So I'm playing in the wrong key. So I'm thinking, okay, what do I do? Stanley's gonna kill me. Fine, I'm with it. And what a way to go, right? What would Larry Graham do? That's what I'm thinking.
what would Larry Graham do?
Yeah. So what he do? He just a hot loop. You know what I mean? Just all you got to do is just a hot loop. You ain't got to give them try to do all the licks and chop Stanley doing all that.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I just hit him with just a nice groove, like
Stayed
a
in the
jam.
pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just stayed in the pocket, did my thing, and let Stanley do his thing on top.
yeah.
Right? Winning night for me. Winning
I heard
night
that.
for me, man. Stanley was so impressed. Here's my office number, and here's this, and here's that. That kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So it was a cool night for me, man. And yeah, that's how I handled that. I didn't die that night. I just, broke a thumb. But he didn't kill me that night. He spared me. Yeah,
Yeah, man, that's
yeah,
dope. That's a dope
yeah,
story, man.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Legendary Stanley Clark.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was cool. It was real cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
So those kind of experiences in life make you appreciate what you're able to do.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. Because those are our heroes, our influences, and people that
Yeah.
we've been watching and listening to our entire lives. And
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
finally
Yeah.
get to
Yeah.
see them or play with them or walk up to them and
Mhm.
say thank you, or
Yeah.
man, you don't even know how much I played that record or that CD or
Exactly.
whatever.
Exactly. How many
Yeah,
nights I spent learning school days and we supply and all that junk,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
craziness, man. But it was a heck of an experience. And I've had a few experiences like that. And the one thing I've learned is to enjoy the music. Just
yeah.
because a lot of us can't do it, you know. And I tell you, man, on a side note, I know I'm long-winded. People tell me that all the time, but but it's like you have to enjoy it. Don't be mad at music because you haven't made it to a level that you deem success is supposed to be. I
Yeah,
learned in my 20s when I got signed young to Total Experience Records with the Gap Band, Yarrow and Peoples as a producer. Young, I was
yeah,
like 19. And you know, I learned then that, you know, sometimes your dream ain't exactly what you think it should be. And when I learned that and I accepted my role producing people and writing songs and stuff, I started to enjoy it more.
yeah,
But before you get to a position where you can do what you love to do, it's always, oh, I got to be a star. I got to be famous. And a lot of people associate fame with success, and that's not the case. So a lot
yeah.
of musicians that are well off without us knowing anything about them. Yeah, so that's what I've
Very
learned.
true.
Yeah, I've learned that over the years that success is what you deem it to be. I put
Yeah,
myself in a position in life to where I enjoy music. I don't do this to pay my light bill. I don't have to.
yeah,
I'm not bragging. It's not like I'm balling or anything like that. But I just made sure I set myself up for my latter years in life because I'm enjoying my golden years. I love them. And
yeah,
I made sure I set myself up to where I can do music as a pure passion. You know, of course, we make a dollar or two here and there, but at the same time, I can do it as much as I want or as little as I want because I love it.
right. And that's important because it also touches back to what we were talking about earlier as far as like meeting our heroes and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Now, we are now heroes to someone else because I know that after
yeah,
our gigs, in a lot of cases, people will walk up to us and they'll say, "Man, I really dug y'all," or "I really
yeah,
dug, that song or that track,
yeah,
when you
yeah,
guys did this." So it's
yeah,
always a good feeling to have somebody say
yeah.
you made them feel good because of the song or because of the show, because of the
Hmm.
gig or because of the album, the song,
Hmm.
wherever it was that we did, you know,
Yeah,
it touched somebody at
yeah,
some point. So that's a good feeling to know it did that.
yeah, yeah. It is. It's a real good feeling to know that what you love to do, somebody loved you doing it.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? They appreciate it and stuff. And that's how I came up. When I met my heroes and stuff, I was like, that's the first thing I told them. I appreciate you being you because I probably wouldn't be doing this right now.
yeah, yeah.
That's the thing, man. You got to be appreciated. Appreciation is the biggest way to show respect. Yeah, it is,
Indeed,
man. You know
indeed.
what I mean? It is. It is.
Some talk about a possible EP or possible full length project in a couple of months, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
all right,
But you know
all
what?
right.
I'm bold with it. Definitely July 4th.
Okay,
I'm Babe Ruthing. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
all
Calling
right.
my shot. Uh July 4th, y'all will get a brand new official biz album.
Okay, we
Yeah.
gonna hold you up to that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm
man.
gonna remember that. Shoot,
Yeah.
if anything holds it up, man, I'm gonna blame you for punking me into it. I'm like, but yeah, let's do it. I mean, I'm ready. Cause dude, when I say I stay in the studio, you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah,
from morning to night, I'm in here and I have to be in this environment to
I
feel
understand.
good. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, it's part of my DNA. You know, I do that. Before we go into anything else, the work that you and Charlie Lay did,
Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you.
funky. You got to come by or something. We got to do something.
Hey, man, come on now. You ain't said nothing but a word,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You
yeah,
ain't got to ask me twice. We
yeah,
got to.
yeah, yeah.
I
Next
gotta.
time,
I
just
got. I'm like Alexander O'Neal. I gotta have some of that nasty bass.
next time we talk on camera, you're gonna be in here. We're gonna be talking about
Yeah,
what we
man.
doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I see what you're doing, man. I respect that. You know
Thank you.
what? The fact that you're one of us, yeah, and you do this kind of stuff too,
Yeah.
and your networking game is special, man. I mean,
Thank
you
you,
make
man.
sure you're in the spots where you need to be talking to the right people. I don't know what the end game is, if there is one. Whatever it is, keep doing it. Whatever it is, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we could like collaborate on some stuff like this. I'll be down to do it.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I mean? Like talking to people, interviewing people and stuff. I'm down. I want to get in that. I
Okay.
like talking to us. You know what I mean?
That's good to know, man. That is definitely. I will definitely keep that in mind. I'm surprised you're not going to the celebrations down in Minnesota this weekend.
Uh,
I'm
I know.
surprised.
I know, man. I'm kind of mad about that too. But
Don't trip this year. You just
yeah, yeah, because we got a lot of boxes to check. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I hear you.
It'd have been cool to go down there and do it, but at the end of the day, the man's legacy is the man's legacy, and it's gonna happen every year. We'll be there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? We'll be
absolutely.
there, but we just got to make sure when we go, we have something with us.
Right. Well, I'm saying that because I know Jesse Johnson is performing at Paisley on Friday night, so that's why I'm surprised you're not going to be at that show. I'm like, wait,
Man,
we've been talking about Jesse almost the whole interview, and he ain't coming to that show.
I know, huh? I should be the first one there and junk.
Yeah, how you
Yeah,
missing that?
man. There's so much I want to say about that. Well, here's a little known fact, right?
Uh-oh. Okay.
Uh, Plaid manages Jesse. We know that, right?
Yeah.
Plaid manages Morris in the time, right?
Yeah.
Plaid also manages Official Biz.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So now you know why I'm mad at Plaid because I
Yeah.
should be there.
Should I leave this in the discussion or should I edit this out?
I want him to know that I'm mad
Mad
about
at Plaid. We mad at Plaid.
Plaid. Mad at Plaid. We should have been there. We should have been there. But no, that was on me. I think that we needed to have a reason to go. Of course, I would have loved to go possibly jam with or at least see, the people that I grew up admiring and stuff. But
Yeah.
they laid their legacy by making sacrifices, right? So same here. Yeah,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
got to do it. We got to do what we do. So trust me, next time we go to Minneapolis, it's going to be something special. I can guarantee it.
Well, I will say this, man. The last time you guys were in Minneapolis, it was because that is basically how I discovered you guys
Yep.
out there in
Yeah.
Minneapolis. So,
Yeah. Ain't that crazy?
yeah, yeah. That's like
Yeah.
we're from California, but we discovered each other out in Minneapolis.
Yeah. Yeah. We was in the purple motherland. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That was such a treat, man. I'm telling you, because we had been there before when we played the Fine Line, right?
Mhm. Okay.
And that was a treat. It was like I think it was a year before,
Okay.
right? Yeah, we played the Fine Line. That was when COVID was starting to die down a little bit. So yeah, and it was a trip that even at that show they had to turn people away because that was when they was making people take tests to get in venues and stuff,
Yeah.
right? And it still had like a couple hundred people in there to see us, right? And there was a line outside of people that couldn't get in. So I'm like tripping, like we've never been here. You know what I'm saying? And why are these people here to see us?
Like, why me?
Yeah, it was a trip. Well, it was us and Jelly Bean.
Yeah.
I'm sure people love Jelly Bean.
Yeah.
And the second time at MMC, when we pulled up and there was a line around the building, I was like, who are these people here to see? Because that was tripping me out. It was packed out that night.
Oh yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a lot of people there, bro. And I was just like, man, somebody else coming? It can't be us. And that was a hell of a night with Martin Kimber and Law, and it was a
Oh
great show.
yeah.
It was a
Yeah,
great show.
it was a lot of people from Cali out there.
Yeah,
So yeah, it was a lot of people
yeah,
from other states out there.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
got
it was, man. It was. Hey, when we went and saw St. Paul that night at Vibrato, right?
yeah, yeah.
We were walking like to our table, and this girl stopped Bunny. She was like, "I know you," and we was like, "Really? You were wearing tutus in Minneapolis?" I'm like,
She
"Oh,
was out there too.
yeah." She was out there too. She remembered that Bunny had playing keys and wearing a tutu and a big hat. Yeah, so that's an important thing, man, on the indie thing because we don't have money to push ourselves like that, like we want to. But
Yeah,
if we're out there grinding and somebody appreciates it and recognizes it, it's pretty cool.
yeah,
I'm
and have something that sticks out to make it
Yeah,
like you said. Bunny was wearing the tutu, so that stuck
yeah,
out in that
yeah.
girl's spirit.
That was comedy, man. It stuck out, and the fact that it was a good show. I had so much fun that night, and that
Yeah,
was my birthday.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
my
remember that.
birthday.
Yeah, I
So
remember
yeah.
that.
So see, it's my birth week. So that's why I'm on here talking to you. This is a present to me. I get to talk to you during the week
Yeah.
of my birth, man. So I appreciate you.
Oh, no doubt. What is the actual date?
The 6th.
Okay, so a few more days. Okay, a
Yeah, a
couple
couple
more
more days,
days.
man. A couple more days. So that's why I was like making jokes that night. I said, "Yeah, we celebrating Prince's birthday, but there's a more important birthday."
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was cool to be in the
Yeah,
same
good,
month as the man. Is kind of fun.
yeah, good times, man.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, that was fun. I'm on that same path because like being at home and in my own environment, brings me peace.
Yeah,
At the, at the same time, I get frustrated every once in a while. I get cooped up. I have to get out. Right.
yeah,
I tell you, I was really on some introvert stuff. When I met Jara, but
mm,
I told myself I'm gonna get out and go start networking more,
yeah,
and, and that's what I did. I drove all the way to La Jolla, I think,
yeah,
like San Diego, way down there. And they were like, Slapback was performing at this club called Beaumont's. And I said, I'm gonna just start going to see Slapback
yeah,
and network with that guy,
yeah,
And that's what I did. I would pop up at his gigs. He'd be like, "Oh, it's you," and that's how we really got to know each other,
yeah,
And I just start, I'm gonna get out the house. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And you have to get out. And if it's music and it's what we
You
do,
do, you
you have to
do.
get out. Yeah, the best time is the time when you don't feel like doing it.
Yeah, you do, because I know sometimes I become a hermit. There's some months I'll let go. I don't post,
Yeah,
I don't do anything, and then I
yeah,
realize how important that is
yeah.
when you stop and then when you come back, where people are like, well, where were you? What were you doing? What happened?
Hmm.
You haven't been on here in a month. Like people
Right.
actually check you, for
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah,
Like you ain't
yeah.
been on here in a while. What's been up with you? Like, oh
You
shit,
okay?
I've been dealing with some shit, but I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
But the thing is, if you gotta, in as much as we're artists, but at the same time we can be a little self indulgent, but also really humble. Like
yeah,
we love what we do,
yeah.
we honor what we do, and we know that we're gifted. But at the same time, I don't have to. I don't feel like I have to tell everybody, "Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me."
Right,
I
right,
want I
right.
want people to just figure it out. You know,
Yeah,
but I don't want to be. I don't want to be like, hey, I can play too. I can play too. I can do this. I can. I
right,
just never was that person. I just never
right.
put the flashlight or the spotlight on me.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
I'd rather just people just kind of figure it out. Oh shit, okay.
yeah.
I
He
didn't know
does that.
you play.
That's how it's done, though. I mean, think about it. When we do what we do, we have to go outside, we have to entertain, we have to talk to people, meet people, network.
Yeah,
So, and if you do that a lot, of course you're gonna get burnt out, right?
yeah,
So you want to be at home under a fluffy and watching a movie or something, and with me, I guess that's the cockiness in me is that every time I come outside to play, I want to have the biggest, brightest toy, new music or a new
yeah,
show or new songs. And that's when I want to come outside and all that.
yeah.
Other than that, I'm like, nah, I ain't going to the club.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to show,
Yeah, I
right?
ain't got nothing to show. No new school clothes, I'll
Yeah.
miss the first day of school if I ain't got my fit right. So
Right, right,
that's the thing. I'll go out and go to a buffet. But other
right.
than that, but I get it. Being at home is the thing. Like Bunny, she used to always just go live and do like tutorials and be talking live and doing live tracks and all that. And she stopped doing it because it's like it's a burnout to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we were just talking about it today. It's like we got to start engaging again. Not
yeah,
just for so much business people, but there's a lot of people that believe in what we do.
yeah. And and be truthfully honest, people want to see what you're doing. Like you
Yeah,
said, you said you're always working and you're constantly in the studio.
yeah,
People, believe it or not, they want to see you eating a ham sandwich. They want to
yeah,
see you cutting up spinach. They want to see
yeah,
you in your garden.
yeah,
They
yeah.
know, okay, yeah, you play bass, you're, the founder of the band, and you play with
Right,
this and that and the other. But okay,
right.
what else do you do? What else you got?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, he washing dishes right now. That's cool.
yeah.
The
Zoom
Raymond
in.
washes dishes.
Heck yeah, he's
What
putting a
kind of
bundle
soap
of
is he
clothes.
using? Palm olive or Dove?
That's how I go though. People want to know how the sausage is made,
Yeah, they want to know everything about you, and then
Yeah,
and with social media, people believe they know
yeah,
everything about you because I mean, you choose to put up what you want to put up, but
yeah,
at the same time, everybody swears they know you.
yeah,
They know
yeah.
your whole life.
Yeah, they know all about you and stuff. I mean, big moments is like, Okay, I'll tell you, one day I was just watching Brown Marquis went live and
Mm.
people were asking him questions. And they asked him, like, who are some of the musicians that he likes? And then he mentioned my name, blew my mind. You hear me?
Nice.
He was like, yeah, bass players that inspire me. Oh, yeah, the rugged inspires me. I'm still like, did he just say that?
Nice.
Yeah, that was a big moment and stuff. So I wanted to go outside and every day.
Yeah. Probably feel like breakdancing after
Yeah, I was
that, man.
ready. So, but those we gotta like stay in touch with our family, and
Yeah.
what I mean by that, like I said, is the people that support us and believe in it, because people want to be part of your journey. They do,
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
and you gotta like give them a ride. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let's all do this together. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let's have
Yeah.
some fun. I mean, I don't claim to be special or anything like that, but I do appreciate the fact that people like what I do.
Hmm.
And even if they don't like it, they paid enough attention to it to dislike it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not tripping off of that. Hate doesn't really like exist in my vocabulary, because to me, if somebody's hating me, they like motivate me.
Yeah.
Because now, if you hating on me, I'm gonna really piss you off.
Yeah. I
You
must
know
be
what I'm
doing
saying?
something. I must be doing something right.
Yeah, I'm doing something right, and
Yeah.
you're about to be super mad. Here's your cape.
Yeah.
You super mad like a mug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give
I
you a
know.
reason. Yeah, man.
Give you a
Maybe
good reason to hate
yeah,
me
you're
now.
gonna hate me now. Shoot. If you holding your breath, you're gonna explode. Shoot. Man, I love being productive. I love
Yeah.
it, man. They call Prince what's it called? A hyper creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I'm in that zone right now to where every day I gotta come
I,
up with
s-
something
I
new.
can relate. I can
Yeah.
relate.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Even if something that I don't think is all that and I ain't gonna let nobody hear. But
Yeah.
I try my best to come up with something new and different every day.
Yeah. You can do as much as you can possibly do in a day, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, possibly, man. I mean, that's my goal, is to like I'm about to do this series, right? It's called 6 Doors, 6 Days, right?
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is do full song with the hook on everything, right? It's gonna be at least a hook and bridge chorus, a pre, something like that.
Okay.
6 different DAWs,
Okay.
because I pride myself on being able to handle things like that, like working different DAWs.
Okay.
For those who don't know, digital audio
Yeah.
workstation. Yeah,
Yeah.
studio stuff. Because when we were younger, well, I'll say me, but
Yeah.
it was a thrill to wake up in the morning and go work in different studios. When I got signed to Total Experience, I started working with different artists. I was able
Mhm.
to go to Sunset Sound and Westlake and work
Yeah.
over at MCA. And it felt good getting up, going to work at all these different spots. It made you write and feel and produce different, right?
Yeah.
So here at home, I try to recreate that feel of working in different DAWs
Yeah.
all the time. I'll do a beat in a Kai, I do one in Native Instruments Machine, Studio One, Logic. I just try to create in different things. And in my house, I don't know if you saw any videos, but I have different rooms and
Mhm.
it's studios everywhere in here. You
Uh-huh.
know, yeah, I have a mix room, I have like a piano room, we got the rehearsal room.
Yeah.
So just to give me that vibe of I'm doing something, I'm moving
Yeah.
around constantly. So
Yeah. It kind of breaks up the monotony a little bit
yes,
too. Yeah.
yeah. Because you sitting in front of the same screen every day with the same sounds, and I make sure I got different sounds and stuff on in all my studios, my
Yeah.
spaces. So that's why I want to do this series to showcase each DAW and how it makes me work differently with the sounds, and so maybe we can do something with that, and we could talk about that. You know what I mean? I don't know
Yeah.
what DAW you work in, but I speak all the languages.
Yeah, for sure, man. That sounds like a plan, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, let's talk about that and another thing. See, this was supposed to be an interview, but this is me talking to my homeboy.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah, but yeah, man, let's really try to network that up and make that happen. But once again, I do appreciate you having me on and stuff. I hope I didn't talk your ear
Uh,
off too much, but
Man, that's
it's
that's why we here, man, to talk about all the cool stuff
right,
that you've
right,
been doing, that you're
right,
planning on doing, and that you're doing right now, man. So
right,
yeah, I think we covered all the territory we can
right.
cover.
That's right. That's right. I hope it was enjoyable for you. It was enjoyable for me, and I hope people,
Yeah,
remember that. it's important to support indie music. You know what I mean? I'd see everybody running to big concerts and all that stuff,
Yeah.
spending, all these weird amounts of money for tickets, but then you got people that won't even spend $10 at the door. You know what I mean? So I think people really need
I
to,
know.
yeah,
I
yeah. It's like
know.
people need to realize that, you know, those people that they're paying like $1,000 for nosebleed seats, you know, uh once were us. You know what I mean? They were us before, trying to get people to come watch them sing covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And while we're on the subject, ladies and gentlemen, don't come up to the artist, and if your family or friends, don't come up to the artist and say, "Let me know," or call or text, "Let me know when you're performing next." And then we send you the
Yeah.
text, or we send you, or we tag you, and then one concert goes by, two concerts go by, three concerts, and you never show up. So
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah. Don't ask.
Stop
You know what?
asking.
Stop asking me that. You know what I can't stand? And yeah, we're gonna get in trouble. What I can't stand is when you post about a show, right? And people get on the post and say, I would come, but or I wish I could make that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why are you telling the world you can't come?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody cares about you not coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talk about how you're gonna be there.
Yeah.
So that's a pet peeve of mine. I can't
And,
stand that.
and if you can't come, don't put it on social media. Just
Yeah,
text. Tell me
yeah,
privately. We can just tell me privately.
yeah. Man, I'm sorry I can't make it. Hit me with the DM, but don't be on my post with that energy of I can't make it. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Man.
worst. That's To me, that's worse than people asking me to do request on stage. Like you're on
Oh.
stage and you're
Oh.
performing, and somebody comes up and say, "Hey, can you
Oh.
play this?" The new thing is these people that come up, they have the name on the phone and put it on their forehead of what they want, the song they want. I
I
mean,
don't
like,
think I've seen that one.
yeah, I've had it several times. They'll put right here, can you play Justin Bieber or something like that? It'd be weird. I was like, really?
Wow.
So a lot of times you'll hear me say before the show, sorry, we don't do requests. You have a DJ for that. I say that on the mic because
Wow.
I don't do requests, homie. I
Interesting.
just
Yeah, I
don't.
don't think I've
Yeah.
ever seen the whole phone
Yeah,
thing.
I've seen that. There's like several girls, they'll have their phone right here and it'll be across their forehead. Like, could you play Bruno Mars or something like that?
Like a big old license plate.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, really? So, no, there's a DJ right there. When we're done performing, I'm not a jukebox. You know what I mean? Talk
Yeah.
to the DJ. Maybe he'll do it. And even DJs don't like that. So,
Hell no. DJs
yeah.
are nope.
Yep.
Mm-mm. That's
Man, that
that's
ain't. Mm-mm.
that's like no, don't do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, man. Don't do that. So
No,
yeah,
no.
when people get on a post talking about they're not coming, I mean, like, why are you telling me that? Why are you telling the
Yeah,
world that? Nobody cares if you don't come. This is my show.
yeah. I wish I could be there, but okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Delete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get in trouble for some of this, but it's the truth, man. With y'all, if supporting indie acts is very important because, especially in this day and time, they're trying to take everything from us, right? So it's best to support things that you have control of. You can control going out and just checking out a good indie band and listening to some new music or discovering an artist, discovering new music. You can control that. Just go out and enjoy yourself and enjoy it. Remember back in the day when it was a thrill when an album came out and you went to the record store and you like peeled through all the records and you discovered it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this is a new artist. I never heard this. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like that anymore, but we still have some things that we can go out and enjoy. You feel me?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
people tend to forget too, man. A lot of our well-known and named acts were once independent artists or once garage bands or
Yeah.
once unknowns at one
Hmm.
point too. So
Hmm.
just let's not forget that, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's not forget it, man. We got to enjoy the discovery of new things, especially music.
Yeah.
Music is the universal language. We all speak it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And we all understand it, whether we can create it, but we all understand it from
Yeah.
all genres, all parts of the globe. We talk that.
Yeah.
So discovering new music is important. Supporting independent music is super important.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. PSA.
Yep, there it is. I'm on the soapbox right now.
Right. You heard it here.
Yeah, but like I said, man, just you keep doing this and telling people that we're out here. You know what I'm saying? I love your format and your program. You
Thank
just
you. Thank
keep,
you.
keep telling people, man, and
Yeah.
I'll help you scream it from the mountaintops.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. To we all in this together. So, like I said, we all have something to say.
Hmm.
We have a talent, we have a gift. People
Yeah.
love what we're doing. We love what we're doing. So
Mhm.
why not share it? Why not talk about it? Why not
There it
help
is.
my friends, my peers, and my funk family talk about it. The people I love, the people that are in my life. So
Yeah,
let's do this. Let's ride the wave and do this.
there it is. There it is. Agreed and
Yeah.
sustained. Agreed and sustained, my
Yeah,
brother.
let the church say amen.
Hmm.
On that note, my brother, man, the rugged man, I want to thank you so much for coming through, man. It's been an honor and indeed a pleasure, and I hope it's not the last time. And if you don't mind, before we depart, if you can go ahead and let my viewers know where they can find you on your Instagram handles, Facebook, the YouTube channels, and also any future official biz dates coming up as well.
Okay, yeah. As far as the dates, I'll repeat those. That's up June 21st. We're at Ivan's house, Mozambique, in Laguna
Look at
Beach.
the
That's
beach.
June
Yes.
21st, right? Showtime for that, I believe, is 8:30, I want to say. Um, La Kenyatta Flint Ridge concert series. That's June 29th. Showtime, I believe it's 6:30. I believe 6:30. Yeah, it's an early show. So get out there early, get you some seats and all that, get your chill on. So yeah, that's La Kenyatta Flint Ridge concert series. We're out there on June 29th. After that, we're at Kobe's Steakhouse in Seal Beach. Is that it?
Seal
Seal Beach?
Beach. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Kobe's. We at Kobe's, and that's July 26th.
All right.
Yeah, that's July 26th. So we're gonna be there. Just got that word in yesterday. So yeah, we'll be there. We love going out there. The fan base out there is strong for us, and we only play out there
Yeah.
like twice a year, but they love us over there. It's a trip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing that. And as far as original music, um, uh JJ just punked me into promising to release an album July 4th, the Independence 2, and it will
Don't blame it on me, man.
happen. And sometime this month you'll get a new single from Official Biz. It's a vibe. Since you said that, we're gonna do that. So yeah, I'm blaming him. So yeah, so
Okay.
we're gonna drop some music this month and drop the album next month. And that's everything. And as far as how to find us, Official Biz Music on all social media platforms. So Facebook, Instagram, Official Biz Music, right? On YouTube, it's Official Biz, right? Far as myself, it's the Official Rugged on all social media platforms. And YouTube is the Rugged, the Official Rugged on YouTube as well. So yeah, come holler at me. Go watch my one tutorial video that I have on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna do more though. But yeah, just stay tuned and follow. I follow back. We party. Let's connect, fam. Let's go.
There it is, man. In the house, multi-talented bassist, producer, artist, founder of Official Biz, the
Thank you.
Rugged, ladies and
Thank you.
gentlemen. Thank you
That's
so
right.
much.
It's
Peace.
official.
It's official in the house. We see you
Peace.
soon. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, y'all. Peace.